Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome, come on in. I'm Kay Hill. I'm recording this video after the fact, but I still wanted to share it with you. Yesterday, I had two networking events that I was attending, and you take your business cards or whatever. I wanted to do something more than business cards. I have little postcard flyers that I pass out, and I wanted to attach a sample to it. So I said, what would be a good sample to include that would show up some of my capabilities, but not be too expensive or too time consuming? So I thought, wow, why don't I make some patches? So I decided to make Nashville patches, but I didn't have a Nashville embroidery design. So I had to quickly learn how to digitize so that I could create the patch, so that I could stitch out the patch, so that I could make the patch, so that I could pass it out at the event. So that took me pretty much all day. The learning how to digitize really quick, which I ended up using the auto digitize feature of Chroma Inspire, because actually digitizing it manually would have been too much looking back on it. So I auto digitized, and then by the time I got to the embroidery, I think what happened was my previous design, I think, was a hat. And so with the hats, you slow down the speed. I didn't speed it back up. So it was going like 450, I think it was. And it took nearly 2 hours to stitch. I wanted to make 40 patches to have plenty to pass out. I ended up getting 6 done. That's all I could do. And that took me like 2.5 hours to stitch. So I think that's what the issue was. I forgot to dial back up the speed. So I'm going to do that next time. And that should make a big difference, because I don't really think that it should have taken that long to stitch out 6 patches, especially the patches are like 3 inches, and I'll show you the design and when Video K steps in and gives you that footage. So let's hop into the computer and I'll show you what I did. Like I said, I had 2 networking events coming up, and instead of just showing up with a stack of business cards like everyone else, I wanted to do something that felt a little more me, something handcrafted, something creative, and honestly, a little bit unexpected. I knew it'd be more work, but I also knew that no one else in the room would have something like this. So I got to work, designing a patch of the Nashville skyline, something iconic, simple enough to stitch, but still eye-catching. Now listen, I'm still new to embroidery. This whole digitizing thing, it's definitely a learning curve. But what I love about this process is that it lets me turn an idea into something tangible, something with texture and personality. You'll see I kept the design minimal, clean lines, strong contrast, and something that felt recognizably Nashville without being overly detailed. Watching this stitch out on the Ricoma Creator was honestly magical. There's something about hearing the machine hum while your design comes to life that doesn't get old. This patch didn't come out perfect. The border was a little off. The alignment took some tweaking, but the point wasn't perfection. The point was connection. Instead of handing someone a tiny card they'd probably toss by the end of the night, I gave them something they could feel, like literally. I paired each patch with my promo postcard. It tells people who I am, what I do, and how to find me online. But the patch is what sparked the conversations. It broke the ice. It gave people a reason to remember me. And that's the whole goal, right? So if you've been thinking of ways to stand out in your industry, especially as a creative, just know you don't have to wait for someone to hand you an opportunity. You can make your own moment. Literally stitch it together if you have to. I hope this has been helpful. And if this video gave you an idea, a laugh, or just made your dream seem a little more doable, hit that subscribe button or give it a like. We're building income from our creativity over here. Income that's steady, sustainable, and more importantly, on our own terms. Now, check out these videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. And until next time, bye-bye.